again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to the camp.
Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders. Don't hate.
It's week 4 of the 2024 season, and we've got the Giants' second-year tight end. He came through with 115 yards a week ago. It's the Giants and the Eagles coming up next.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history. In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Here we go, set.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards on the game's opening play. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
On play action, they'll throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeaux, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. They'll set up a throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. He'll drop to throw. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the football back here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down. The Giants had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they moved back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tough rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Boy, that was pretty. Sidestepping defenders on his way to a pickup of 9 yards.
That first down run could not have turned out worse for a defense, because when they came out on the field, their number one mission, keep them stacked up close to their goal line, and at worst, create great field position for their offense.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. As they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. "35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups. Right? He's the guy out front, because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done, because you know all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll only be a lesser a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. They'll drop the throw. James has got it. Complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack. Gano's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
So far, just the single catch. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back to throw now on first down. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second and 9 now. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they're going to decline that and choose to bring up second down.
So did you feel like maybe this is just a mistake that they don't take the penalty
possibly
here? Either that or they feel like their defense just cannot be moved on very well, and they'd rather go ahead and use the downs.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
He finds his man, complete. It's James. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for? It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They got the victory last week. That was against the Baltimore Ravens, and they have the lead here as well. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's James. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They go play action here on 1st down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's James. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. Looking to throw. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And now they're in the hurry-up. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Justin Jefferson from 13 yards out. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by John Johnson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A two-score lead down to 1 now following the pick-6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New York's offense back out there and set to go. After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. Here's the option going right. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have retaken a third-quarter lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. John Johnson with the INT, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Sanders toss left side. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Giants. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go to Barkley again. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
First down, New York.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll look to throw here on first down. He dumps it off to Barkley. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
He'll buy some time right. And he's going to be out of bounds right around the line of scrimmage. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down, but they are in field goal range already. They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This to get the lead up to 4. And he missed it. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 1-point game. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Ready, set.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll indeed take a knee. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebacker, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball.
Something done woke up in me. I've been going crazy. I've been doing my thing. They not ready for me. Y'all been playing with me. No time for the silly games.
It's week 5 of the National Football League. And coming up, it's Adoree Jackson.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback. Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. The numbers for McCaffrey last week: 14 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Second down and inches. That's caught. It's Brian Edwards. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him trying to take away that area of the field.
They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Giants are 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back to throw now on first down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Looking to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope. The good things are in store here today for them.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Boy, shifts past him, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now back to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 12 carries, 81 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now this one complete on the slant route.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 53 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance, but in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They go play action here on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down, stopped at the Panthers' 38. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Barkley will take it in for the Giants touchdown. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Gano the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. And the Panthers coming out now. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So on now is Johnny Hekker to punt this one away. With it is Jackson. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He's in his zone, 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
2nd and 5. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. They'll run with Barkley. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Justin Jefferson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes our score 17-0. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll set up a throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home in U.S. Bank Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. Robbie Anderson, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And that game is tied as they take on the visiting Tennessee Titans. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Giants, by comparison, they've been the better of these two sides in the run.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. second half begins with a run from Barkley. They find some open field here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 124 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Panthers' 18-yard line.
2nd and 2. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
To Barkley on the check down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with the...
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
Here we go.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here's Jackson to return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And now out come the Giants. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They're going to look to throw, and his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Out of the gun now on third down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check pitch. Check right. Yes, one.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw again. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Back to throw again. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Going for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd down. Here's Barkley again. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
2nd and 6. Over the middle, complete. It's Edwards. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for 20. Dable reaching for that challenge flag, and he's going to have the officials review this call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that review working out well for Brian Dable. He wins that challenge. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to get the football back. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Giants, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.
My time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, move it. We making movies, moving. I get a chance to take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, who we? One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get
boys and girls, I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lied. Whoa, yeah. Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss, take off the weird jewelry. I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top 5. Take off them fabricated streams and the microwave memes. It's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo, take off the Sandro Pay, 5 days stay, take a $250,000, hella follow. Take off the false flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions I lack. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and all eyes are on Saquon Barkley. He's coming off a banner week, over 160 yards in that one. It's the Giants and the Saints, all that and more, coming up next.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And how about that defense last week? They pitched a shutout, and it's really more like a no-hitter because they absolutely dominated that game from the opening whistle.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2015 out of Florida State, Jameis Winston.
I know teams always talk about having a 24-hour rule after a game, and eventually we end up rolling our eyes. But it works both ways, right? 24 hours if you win, 24 if you lose. But, boy, it's a fun 24 when you win the game and you win NFC Offensive Player of the Week, isn't it?
Absolutely. Kamara there with a first down carry, but not much running room, and he takes it forward for only a couple. It's second down. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 18 carries, 90 yards.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
Winston to Thomas there for the Saints first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one, that's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They begin with a run by Barkley. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Back to throw here. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
That's good for the Saints.
They run it again with Kamara. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. And the tackle there by Micah McFadden. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Kamara up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, Winston. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them to a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gano's kick is good, and the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there.
Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Off the play fake, Winston. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jameis to throw it. There's Chris Olave. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. On 1st and 10, Winston. James has got it. Complete. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. Trying the left side with Kamara. And some room to maneuver. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 22. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. but more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Gay's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Fields it right around the goal line. And take. Past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is, and if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. The Giants in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And even though it's the offense with the ball now, how about that defense last week? They pitched a shutout. It's really more like a no-hitter because they absolutely dominated that game from the opening whistle. An absolute masterpiece.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. A quick throw, but incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
That's to his running back, complete. He's got room at the 30, and he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Got a man, Slayton. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
2nd and 9 now. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it is up.
The kick is good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Saints 3.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Fielded at about the 28. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this is caught. Touchdown. A great play there as the 1st half is winding down. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. no, the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. A first down carry for Barkley. Room here to run.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Boy, Saquon Barkley, nothing short of electrifying with a football in his hands, and he showed off one of his biggest attributes on that one, and that is his speed. Paulson Adebo up to make the stop.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. The big fella. 30. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return. And a Saint touchdown. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
And New York set to take the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1, because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
4 yards the pickup, first down. He'll drop to throw.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes goes down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Gano's kick is good, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeaux from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
78 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That ball caught by Slayton. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. 2nd and 6. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Justin Jefferson with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Giants are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Jack Fox set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Touchdown, Saints! Michael Thomas, 59 yards. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. The extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Second and 11. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Giants.
Justin Jefferson.
63 yards. And the Giants are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Gano the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A first down throw for Winston. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeaux able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Winston steps away, and he's going to go down again. Dexter Lawrence in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Let's go.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 24. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Saints again ready to go on offense. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think. Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Saquon Barkley running right. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker. 2nd and 5. That one looks like he'll throw here. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game. And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is of all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you...
confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. The chattermouths who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near this caliber, that don't count. Competition get flattened out. Getting money like I went top 3 in the first round. My salary that amount. They want my style, but that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out. One of the best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the rings, or we did it, AI's legacy. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I said I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I said I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the place. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the place. Am the place. Next level.